Hey guys, I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. So, today I wanted to talk about both JT and Young Miami, as I'm sure we all saw what was going on online earlier this week between these two city girls. So, in this video, I'm not gonna give like a play by play of what was going down online. So, if you were looking for a detailed timeline of their drama, I'm so sorry, but this is not the video for all that. But instead, I am going to briefly cover the drama and give my 2 cents on this whole fiasco. Also, I want to hear your guys' opinions on these two, as it's my goal just to create a safe space for fans to share all of their constructive opinions. Also, I do want to say if you're interested in female rap, music conversations, music debates, music reviews, honestly, anything music related, definitely consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's dive into the drama between the City Girls, JT and Young Miami. So, like I said earlier, I'm not going to give like a deep dive into all of the Twitter drama as there was a lot of it, but I will give a brief summary of everything that has gone down. I will also include some tweets from the whole drama, so feel free to pause to read those. So essentially, JT has been very vocal online the past few days as she has had to defend herself nonstop since like Friday. This happened when she initially got into a back and forth with Glorilla. So on Monday, April 8th, blogger, and I'm using that term lightly, Ken Barbie made a post about JT not wanting to twerk on stage at one of her recent shows. JT did not appreciate the post that Ken Barbie made about her, and those two started a whole back and forth that whole afternoon. The drama between JT and Ken Barbie allegedly prompted Young Miami to simply tweet LOL, which then prompted stylist and fan page Khalil to enter yet another back and forth with rapper Saucy Santana. A whole lot of people involved. I know, I'm trying to keep up. Now, Santana did claim that this statement was about the whole Diddy situation going on, but I guess JT took it personal and told Santana that her name better not be mentioned during all of this. Now, JT and Santana going at it eventually prompted Young Miami to make some tweets stating that she believed JT was sneak dissing her. Then JT went on to respond with some tweets of her own, snowballing into this huge online argument between the two city girls. Now, this whole thing blew up online. Like, it genuinely felt like everyone was talking about the potential breakup of the city girls. People online were in a frenzy trying to keep up with all the tweets that each girl was making about each other. Young Miami was claiming that JT was dissing her on songs like No Bars and Sideways. JT was kind of insinuating that Miami may be jealous of her, and she said that the internet was like letting rumors get to her head. JT was seemingly hurt that Miami never defends her when she gets into these online situations. There was so much said between these two, and people were definitely sharing their opinions on this quote unquote beef. I saw a lot of people claiming that Miami was being kind of messy and she wasn't being a good friend towards JT and that she shouldn't have brought this online. I saw people claiming that JT was the problem due to all of the recent online back and forth. Like, there was just a lot of conversation regarding these two girls. So that kind of wraps up my brief summary of this whole drama. I'm sure I left out some parts. I'm real sorry, but it's a super brief summary. And now I'm going to get into my personal thoughts on this whole debacle. If you disagree, that is completely okay. This is all subjective, and please feel free to share all of your constructive thoughts down below. So, there's definitely a lot to cover, but let me start with what I really feel like people were talking about online. Was JT sneak dissing Miami on her songs? Personally, I do not think so. I know when No Bars and Sideways first dropped, I saw people online trying to say that some of the lyrics in the song were disses towards Miami, but then and even now, I just don't hear it. I just don't think JT would loudly claim the City Girls on both of these songs and then go on to diss Miami on both of these songs. Now, I will say how Miami personally chose to go about all of this was super, super weird to me. First of all, I feel like if she thought JT was dissing her on these songs, why was she claiming to be rapping them? And like, that doesn't make sense to me. Personally, I feel like if Miami felt some type of way about these songs, she should have said something to JT then, opposed to letting animosity and resentment grow between them. Also, I'm not trying to start nothing, but I don't know if anyone else thought this. I know I thought this when it first happened, and since we're talking about it, I'm gonna just bring it up. The fact that Miami dropped her solo track only a week after JT dropped Sideways was super weird to me. Now, I am not trying to ignite anything, but both girls dropped only a week apart from each other back in February. And I genuinely thought Young Miami was trying to take some of the shine away from JT's solo work because a lot of people were anticipating Sideways from JT, and let's be for real, nobody asked for this lame ass song from Young Miami. Anyways, that is beside the point. I ultimately feel like it was inappropriate and unprofessional for both girls to air out all of their dirt on each other via Twitter. I know a lot of people have said that they don't think JT and Miami are as close as many want to believe that they are, but honestly, I don't think it matters if they are sisters, if they are besties, or if they are beefing with each other. At the end of the day, they are business partners, and all of this resentment being vocalized online is incredibly damaging to their working relationship, as well as their entire reputation. I know it's not really a revolutionary take, but this whole debacle was unprofessional as hell. I genuinely feel like Miami has had a lot of resentment towards JT building up over the past few months and saw that JT was already being ridiculed online and thought that this was the perfect opportunity to kick her while she's already down and while the public opinion is already against JT. So at the end of the day, the girls seem to have talked things out with each other via phone call and they made some loving tweets towards each other. I do wish that these two had their private conversation way earlier than they did, as the whole thing was just messy as hell. It feels like when your neighbors are arguing and you're trying to listen through the walls because it's not really your business, except these girls made it our business. Like the whole thing was absolutely blown out of proportion. But I honestly do not know what this means for the City Girls going forward. I didn't really expect new music from them in the first place anytime soon because one, they just dropped an album, and two, they're obviously working on their solo endeavors. But nonetheless, if they ever do come together in the future to make another City Girls project, I feel like the energy is just gonna be so weird and off. Honestly, I don't know if they will even ever come back from this because so much of the general public is now invested in all of their drama and their whole relationship. I feel like no matter what, people are always going to try to ignite drama between these two girls. And to be honest, I don't really think we need these two to have a musical reunion. The City Girls as a duo has already made enough music together. JT is just now getting her foot into the door with the solo work, and I think it's going well for her. Carisha has other things to worry about. I just personally feel like we as a society no longer need music from these two as a duo. But that is simply how I feel about this whole drama. Nothing I said was a fact. It is all subjective, and I would love to hear what you guys think about all of this drama surrounding JT, Young Miami's, and the City Girls as a whole. Whose side are you on? Who is right? Who is wrong? Do you guys think the City Girls as a duo will still strive after this? Please drop all of your opinions down below. Thank you so much for tuning in and making it this far if you did. And hopefully, I see you guys in the next one. Peace.